Hello, everyone. This is this week's Connecting Christ video devotion. We are still in the book of Isaiah, at least for the time being. It seems like next week we'll be jumping into Jeremiah. That kind of flows well together, I guess. Anyways, so we're in Isaiah, the end of Isaiah, of 66 chapters. We're on chapter 63. There's something I want you guys to think about today. I want you to wonder and think about and consider, just remember life. Remember the life, all the memories you've had, all the memories you've shared with those around you, all the memories you've shared with your family members. Just recall the life that God has blessed you with. Maybe how He's worked through various situations in your life, how He's been with you, how maybe you've had struggles in your life, how you've had good times, bad times, all of it. Just think and consider for a moment. If you'd want, you can pause the video at this time to take time to think and consider all of your life. Just think about all that the Lord has blessed you with at this time, in addition to how He's been with you all this time. So in Isaiah chapter 63, we have a section called The Lord's Mercy Remembered. It begins at verse 7, and Isaiah here is doing just that. He's recounting what God has done. He's recounting the mercy of the Lord, the steadfast love of the Lord towards His people. And he's also recounting the journey of Israel and how they've really gotten to the point that they're at. They are remembering the steadfast love of the Lord, how He delivered them, into the promised land, the land that He swore to their fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. How it's at certain points it didn't seem like it would be a thing that came to fruition because of the whole Egyptian slavery that they endured for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. But yet God provided. God provided. God provided for His people. And now Isaiah is recounting the steadfast love of the Lord. He's remembering how God poured out His Spirit upon all of them, on all His people. He's remembering how God brought His people into the promised land with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm to redeem them. And yet, amidst those memories of how God has worked in majestic and magnificent ways, He also remembers the faults that they've had as His people. So I think when we recount our lives, we remember the good times, but then often we do get stuck remembering the bad. Remembering the issues that we've had, remember the struggles we've gone through, how we've maybe had it pretty bad with regards to certain illnesses, maybe if we've been wronged before by family members or anyone around us, maybe how we've struggled with various addictions and sins that seemingly come up and fight against us day in and day out. Isaiah 63 is one where Isaiah is remembering all of this. He's recounting the majesty of the Lord, and then he makes a prayer for mercy that extends into Isaiah 64. Right at the end of 63, he says, "Remember the promises you made to our fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, how you delivered us with Moses." And this unique section, this unique verse right in the middle, 64 verse 1, says, "Oh, that you would rend the heavens and come down." That you would rend the heavens and come down. Now, God did answer that prayer. He answered maybe not as soon as Isaiah would have liked it or in the way that Isaiah did, but He ripped apart the heavens. He stepped down into our sinful nature, into our sin-filled world, to redeem us, to fulfill His steadfast love, His deep covenant faithfulness with all flesh. He does that in Jesus. So as you recount your life, as you recount the magnitude of God and the magnificent ways He's worked in and through you, or in you and through others for you, Remember his steadfast love and faithfulness in Christ, and how he delivers you each and every day from all sin, death, and the devil. God's peace throughout your week this week.